Greetings, Elder Blacklight. I'm going to make a video. It's going to be called Crushing the Caucasians' Authority. And we're going to use the book that they like to play with called King James Version of the Bible. This book right here is an entrapment. It got our people locked in to the mind of the Caucasian. It disguises the antichrist, Satan. And in this first half, we're going to take our time so you could comprehend the actual purpose of the Caucasian. And we're going to prove to you that he has no authority.
Book of Moses, called Genesis, chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and...
Okay. Now, this is very important, the beginning of Genesis, the book. Now remember, this is supposed to be Moses talking to someone, describing some information that he came by. Where did he get this information? He doesn't say. He doesn't say how long ago and what time frame all of this took place. Now, and it says here, let's look. The Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. The word spirit can be traced to the word breath. Because in spirit you got inspire or inspiration. Now, the inspiration of God moved upon the face of the waters. So the waters, it don't tell you how the waters was made, but it tells you that the earth was without form and void. It doesn't tell you that the earth was not here. It tells you that the earth was without form and void. And it tells you that the waters was here. And God said, let there be light. So that the light wasn't here. Now all of this is the materials that God, first of all, that word God doesn't fully describe the creator of all this. Because God only means the possessor of power and force, according to the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So the proper name is Allah, which means the all in all. The all in all is the creator. Allah is the creator. We refer to those early beginnings as the creator instead of God. And then he was using the materials that was already here he already formed himself. When this took place, the creator already was informed. And he had vocal cords and he must have been he moved, right? So he had legs. Or when they say the Spirit of God moved, it could have been talking about Allah performing or creating.
And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth."
Now, imagine the creator as a master builder, a master craftsman, a scientist, formulating and working his formula to produce all of this. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs and the kind and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was itself after its own kind, and saw that it was good. Now we're not going to analyze any further. We're going to stop right here because this is the kind of technology the master builder, which is the creator, was working with. And he had the knowledge to make the earth bring forth grass and herb and yielding seeds of its kind. Where did he get that knowledge from, and where did he get the science from? Well, man has a seed, and he brings forth his own kind. And man has a fruit which he calls his offspring or his children. And they have the same within them as man does. So man has a seed within itself, just like the grass and the trees and foliage, right? So this was an organic technology that the master scientist and the master builder was building at this particular time. Now, the Caucasian is making inorganic technology. So let's take Monsanto's. Monsanto's is destroying the seed that the creator we call God has created, and using a synthetic seed that can't reproduce itself. This takes off of the image or what's in the Caucasian. The Caucasian didn't produce himself. He came from the black man. And unless he's grafts himself within the black man, he will live. But if he mate with his own self, he will fade out, because just like homosexuals got to mate with the opposite in order to bring forth themselves. Or if a man mates with a man and a woman mates with a woman, they eventually will fade out. So they must mate with a heterosexual or a straight person, and the Caucasian must mate with the black man, because his DNA doesn't have an eternal seed. Just like Monsanto's can't reproduce, that seed can't reproduce itself, and it kills the God seed. This is only the beginning, we're going to explain it in the next one a little bit better.